Hello, besties, and welcome to another music reaction. I bring you a song today by the Rolling Stones. Maybe some of you might have heard of these guys. They're a little rock and roll band from England. Anyway, this song that I'll be doing today is called Mother's Little Helper. It was chosen by my patron, Cynthia. And just to give you, a bit about the song, what it says here, it says, Mother's Little Helper is a song by English rock band, the Rolling Stones, a product of Mick Jagger and Keith Richards' songwriting partnership. Surprise, surprise. It's a folk rock song with Eastern influences. Its lyrics deals with the popularity of prescribed tranquilizers like Valium among housewives, wow, and the potential hazards of overdose or addiction. It was recorded in 1965 and first released in the United Kingdom as the opening track of the band's 1966 album Aftermath. In the United States, it was omitted from the album and instead issued as a single in July 1966 during the band's fifth American tour. Wow, by 1966 they had toured America 5 times. That's ridiculous. The Rolling Stones' 12th US single, Mother's Little Helper, spent 9 weeks on the US Billboard charts, peaking at number 8, and it reached number 4 on both Record World and Cashbox charts. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder why it wasn't on the album in the States, but it was released as a single. But anyway, I'm very, very curious about this one. Let's go check out Mother's Little Helper by the Rolling Stones.
What a drag it is getting old. Kids are different today. I hear every mother say, mother needs something today to calm her down. And though she's not really ill, there's a little yellow pill. She goes running for the shelter of her mother's little helper, and it helps her on her way, gets her through her busy day. Things are different today. I hear every mother say, cooking fresh food for her husband's just a drag. So she buys an instant cake and she buys a frozen steak and goes running for the shelter of her mother's little helper, and to help her on her way, get her through her busy day. Doctor, please, some more, please, outside the door. She took more. What a drag it is getting old. Men just aren't the same today. I hear every mother say they just don't appreciate.
Wow. I'm actually surprised that, this was a song I would have expected these guys to write maybe like in the 70s and the 80s. They were very young in 1966 to write a song like this. I don't know, they were like maybe, 21, 22 years old. That is deep. And it must have been like a big issue for them to latch onto this and talk about this problem at that time. I'm actually surprised that there was like no controversy regarding the song, because sometimes, when people talk about stuff like this, they're like, you're not supposed to be talking about housewives, like getting drugged up, on tranquilizers and stuff like that. I don't know. And I don't know, maybe it turned out to be a good thing or a bad thing for those concerned, maybe the husbands will show a bit more empathy and think, whoa, we didn't know that this, ladies were going through this. We better try and help them more so they don't have to get drugged up to get through the day. I think the lyrics are very, very clever. And I think it's a very, very important subject to talk about. Even though I never heard of this before, it's my first time hearing that something like this, ever existed. It's catchy as well. I like the pace. I like, Mick Jagger's voice there as well. The words are clear. Sometimes I don't really, hear Mick Jagger too clearly, but here I could hear all the words very, very clearly. Good stuff. No riff though from Cliff Richard. sorry, Keith Richard rather. Let's hear some more.
Men just aren't the same today. I hear every mother say they just don't appreciate that you get tired. They're so hard to satisfy. You can tranquilize your mind. So go running for the shelter of a mother's little happiness just seems a bore. And if you take more of those, you will get an overdose. No more running, nor the shelter of a mother's little helper. They just helped you on your way through your busy dying day.
Wow. Man, that was hard hitting, that one. I just think back to how hard it must have been for some of those like women back then, if they really had to like resort to that. Because I guess in those days, most women, were not, should I say they were not allowed to work, or it was considered like a man's thing to go to work and a woman to stay at home and take care of the kids. And some of those women, right, they probably had like 2, 3, 4 kids running around the house, and they had to like take care of all those little kids and then, cater for the husband as well. And the thing about it is like, there's no break. As soon as you wake up in the morning, those kids are at you till they go to bed at night. And when you've got 3, 4 kids, maybe sometimes even 5, to cater for, it can be overwhelming. So I can imagine how hard it must have been for those women at that time. And I'm still surprised that, I actually want to like check how old these guys were in 1966 when they wrote the song, because I think it was a bit. Anyway, let's see how old they were first of all. Then we'll take it from there. Well, they were both 22 years old. I don't think that's particularly old. I think they're still very, very young at that age. I think they'll be writing more about, partying and heartbreak and stuff like that, and maybe even taking stuff themselves. But for them to actually like, have thought about, women and this thing that they're going through, I think that's remarkable for that age. Honestly, I'm very, very impressed by that. The line which says it's a drag getting old, though, I don't know if that line has a place in this song, because it has nothing to do with them taking those like stuff they were taking. I think it was more the pressure of those kids and taking care of the kids and the husband and stuff like that. Because by the time they get old, 40, 50, the kids are old anyway. They don't have all that pressure anymore. So I don't know. Maybe that it's a drag getting old. Maybe that was, but it's okay. It's a great hook. You remember it. But that is fantastic. I really, really enjoy that one. Mick Jagger, I was like listening again to his singing there, and he was pretty good actually. I really, really liked his singing here. As I said to you, I could hear all the things he was saying so clearly, and I think he held down the tune greatly on this one. I enjoyed it. Hope you guys liked it too. If you liked it, as usual, please don't forget to give the video a big like for me. Many thanks to you for that. If you found me today for the first time, I welcome you on board. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed yourself enough to come back again. It's Harry. Stay cool, stay safe, and stay beautiful in your heart and soul. See you later. Bye-bye.